Hey everyone, David here, and today we are going to go through all the Appsumo common questions that I get, and we're going to try to answer them as much as possible, right? So here we go. Okay, so the first question about BYOK credits, and this is the section we're going to start in. Okay, so BYOK credits. So BYOK is pretty much bring your own key, your own API key, right? And the way I like to look at it is this way: if you're buying a car, you typically have a choice to either get gas from the dealership, right, or get parts from the dealership, whatever it is, right? Or you could just go and get it from your own place. By default, SheetXAI gives you access to gas from wherever you want to get gas from. So that means BYOK, you bring your own key, we provide you the machine. So in this case, the car or the software, we give it to you for life, but you bring your own key that's going to be the fuel on which it runs, right? And yeah, so if you buy credits, damn, it's like buying from a dealership. You know, it's like it comes pre-filled. You don't have to worry about API keys and all that stuff at all. But if you're already technical and you prefer API keys and stuff, then it's all up to you. Then get BYOK, right? Yeah. Next thing, do you need to buy credits or can you use your own API key? For you, like I said earlier, it's entirely your choice. Either you buy credits or you use API keys, up to you, right? Whatever works for you, whatever you're comfortable with is probably the best one to go with, okay? How do credits work and how many do I need? So the way credits work is simple. It's every chatbot operation is going to cost you 5 times whatever the model cost is. Now here's the thing: if you go inside of Sheets, if you open the app, we have the prices without you having to do all this math, right? But just for the sake of us speaking right here, I'm going to give you guys an example with GPT-4o Mini. So with GPT-4o Mini, every operation is really 2 credits, but with the chatbot, the operations are 2 times 5. So that's 10 credits for chatbot operations, and then one, and then 2 credits for if you use Sai, right? Sai is the cell by cell content generation type of thing. It's only going to cost you 2 credits if you use GPT-4o Mini, right? So yeah, and here I do put that 5K credits could last 4 months, but it could really last more than that depending on how much you use it, right? So 5K credits would be the equivalent of 500 operations with the chat, right? And we're adding a few features to make it last a lot longer. But yeah. Okay, can you use ChatGPT Plus? So here's the thing. So when we say API and when we say APIs, it's completely different from a subscription, right? An API, it's typically usage based, almost like buying fuel, like I said earlier, because it's completely usage based. You don't make a subscription; it's based on what you need. So in this case, the ChatGPT subscriptions do not have access to the APIs, right? So it's completely different. It's one where you could put $2, $3, all that stuff. So you do not need a ChatGPT subscription, and you cannot use a ChatGPT subscription to use SheetXAI. BYOK credits, which API provider? So the one I recommend the most, and you guys have probably heard me say it, I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna keep saying it, is OpenRouter. It has 0 rate limits. It gives you literally access to all the models. And so if you do decide to go with BYOK, you only have to remember one API key, and you can use the API key across everything, right? And that's for the text type of things. For stuff like image and video generation, you wanna use File AI, which same thing, right? It has 0 rate limits, gives you access to all the models you could think of. Yeah. Are credits monthly or one time? Credits are one time. One time. Like, if I'm being real with you guys, running any AI app is a very risky thing to run as an LTD. And the main reason why is because you just can't predict the extent to which people are going to use it. And also, I don't want to limit you guys, right? Like, I could put artificial limits. I could be like, well, you know, every month you guys can only run 10 operations and all types of things like that. But there's no point of doing all of that. The credits are one time. So you buy a credit pack. If you use it up, you have the option of BYOK or you buy some more credit packs, right? Yeah, that's the main thing. How long do credits last? Credits, here I put 4 months. You know, like a credit pack could probably last you 4 months. I'd say 5 or 6 months. Like if you do 100 operations per month, that's, you know, that's 5 months right there, right? And soon we're gonna add a way where if you repeat the same operation, it won't cost you any more. So as a result, you can make your credits last even longer, right? Now, if you use it hardcore, you make videos, you make thousands of content, all types of things, then it probably won't last you a lot longer than a month, right? Like, I mean, let's be real, right? So, and these credits match pretty much, and sometimes you guys get more for the credits than what I pay for them, right? So yeah, that's just the cost of AI. AI is expensive, guys. Okay, so license. Now we're in license management. So what is a license? A license just means one email address, right? So the email address that it's linked to is the license. To give you an example, a license in the email address that you use can be used in Gmail and can be used in what's the word I'm looking for? In Excel. It can be used in Gmail, it can be used in Excel. And in both of those, it's one email, right? So if you have access to SheetXAI on uh, LTD, if you open Excel and you have the Excel add-on, automatically, if you use that same email, we recognize your email as an LTD email, so we're immediately gonna give you access to that too. Okay. Do you need separate licenses? Like I just said, no. One license works for both Google Sheets and Excel if you buy the Excel add-on. Can you use licenses across multiple devices? Once again, yes, you can have 1,000 devices. If it's the same email, then it's gonna work across all of them. Granted, we know there's no way you're using two different laptops at the same time. So the moment you start using it on one, we're gonna sign you out of the next, right? So yeah. Can you transfer and reassign license? Yes, you could do that all day long. You could transfer, reassign, revoke, reassign. I mean, you could do whatever you want with it, really, right? Let's see. Does one license equal one email or one device? One email. That's exactly what it means. Okay. So what is the Excel? So now we're in the Excel add-on section. So what is the Excel AI agent add-on? Essentially, that by default, you get access to the Google Sheets add-on, the Google Sheets version of SheetXAI. That's the one that has the most features, that has everything, right? But if you're typically working with Excel a lot more, you probably want to use SheetXAI in Excel because who likes to do VLOOKUPs and all that stuff? Not me, right? So the AI agent, the Excel AI agent add-on also gives you access to the Excel version. Is it refundable? No. But here's the thing, you could try it for free before buying it, right? You could go to sheetxai.com, you could click try for free, download the Excel add-in, try it out, and from there you can decide whether you want to buy it. You're going to get 500 free trial credits, I believe, and you're good to go. How do you try it? Like I said, try for free, select Excel, and it will let you install it from AppSource. Okay, does it work with Mac, Office 365, desktop, Excel, all of that stuff? Yes, it works with everything. The main thing is, can you install the add-in? Does your Excel allow you to install add-ins? If yes, then it's gonna work. And do you need to buy it for each license or just once? You buy it once. So if you have, for example, if you have 25 people on your tier, like tier 4, just that one $29 purchase is going to give all 25 people access to Excel, right? So it's a deal. I mean, it's a deal. Google Sheets versus Excel. So Google Sheets has all the integration. Think WordPress, lead gen, email verification, just any integration that's external, we have it in Google Sheets. Excel is mostly for the serious work, right? So we don't have image generation, we don't have video generation. We have it in Excel where the goal with Excel is make spreadsheets easier to use. With Google Sheets is make spreadsheet easier and give spreadsheets superpowers. Okay, why aren't integrations in Excel? So the main reason, like I said before, is a lot of people were very, very distracted, or they felt very, very distracted when using the integrations in Excel. So as a result, we had to take it completely off and make sure that only Google Sheets had access to all the integrations. Google Sheets versus Excel, which should you use? Depends on what you use more, right? I mean, if you get Excel, you also have access to Google Sheets. If you don't get Excel, you only have access to Google Sheets, right? I'd say if you typically use Excel, then definitely get the Excel add-on in addition. If you don't use Excel, here's what comes to mind. If you don't use Excel, just think, am I going to possibly need Excel at some point in the future? For most people, there's a really high chance. But it's really up to you. It depends on what your business is about, what your company is about, what your work is about. All these things are what determines whether you will need Excel or not. Okay, feature capabilities section. Now, first question, can it handle large data sets? Yes, it can handle unlimited number of rows. For columns, because here's the thing, the AI doesn't need to know every single row, but it needs to know every single column, right? So for columns, I'd say here I have 20. We figured out a way to get it to be able to work with like even 50, 60. I think once you get to like 60, 100, like once you get into double letters, like so the first letters are A, B, C, blah, blah, blah. Once you start going into AA, BA, CA, those types of things, you're getting a bit far, right? So once you get to that point, I would recommend you start thinking of, okay, how can I make this work? And here's why, because of the fact that every message you send is going to send so many tokens to the AI that it's just more likely it's going to make errors. Can you work with PDFs? Yes, you can upload PDFs, post PDFs links, and then be able to extract all types of data into spreadsheet cells. You could even create, what is it called? You could create, not videos, but with the PDF stuff, you can even create link by link, row by row information extraction, and you can create tables based on the PDFs. It's actually amazing how much you can do with a PDF. Okay, can you scrape websites? Yes, but not directly through SheetXAI, but through our integration with Exa. Now here's the thing, the integration with Exa is super cheap. I mean, it's $1 per 1,000 scrapes, right? You're probably wondering why they not do it with SheetXAI directly. Two things. First thing is I didn't want to put limits. We have the entire trying to keep this sustainable thing. So that's number one. But number two is because if I had tried to do it internally with SheetXAI, what would happen is there would be a lot of scrapes that just wouldn't turn out clear. They won't be nice to look at. And so I just decided, you know what, it's probably best to leave it to a professional such as Exa. And the funny thing, Exa allows you to scrape LinkedIn profiles. So that's pretty nice too. Now, if you don't need to scrape websites and you just need information from a website, I recommend you use Perplexity Sonar. And if you have OpenRouter, it's part of it. Let's see. Can it generate images, videos, audio? Yes, it could generate images, it could generate videos, it could generate audio. Soon it will even be able to take input of audio, videos, and images, right? So it's really multimodal. The goal is that it could do everything in bulk. Can you work across multiple sheets and files? Yes. So on Google Sheets, yes, it can work across different sheets, different files. On Excel, it can only work across different sheets, but not different files, because Excel doesn't give us access to your laptop, which is what we would need to work across different files. Can you do complex formulas without me knowing the formula? Yes. Yeah, it could do anything without you knowing. I mean, the goal is, so let me explain this. I made this app for people who do not use Google Sheets and Excel like professionals, right? So as a result, it's like it could do anything without you knowing how to do it, right? But you could also learn from it. You could ask it, but in general, you don't have to. Okay. Does the sheet need to be open? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. The sheet needs to be open. Neither platform gives us access to your sheets if it's not open. Now, granted, in a few weeks, maybe even next week, we're going to drop a Chrome extension that will allow us to access your sheet asynchronously, which would lead to us having APIs and all types of things for you to access the sheet. But as of now, yes, you have to have the sheet open for it to work. Can it run automatically? Once again, not fully async, but once again, the moment we have these automations, you'll be able to get it to run automatically. And when is the Chrome extension coming? So here I say ideally end of January, but obviously we're in February 1st, I believe. The product is already pretty much done. It's just we're ironing certain things. So I would say it would take a few more weeks, right? Like a few more, maybe a week, maybe two, but it would definitely take a few more weeks. And then we have to wait for Chrome to allow us to post it. So all these things together could cause their own set of problems. Can it integrate with Make and Zapier? Yes, once we have the API, right? Once we have the API, you'll be able to integrate it with whatever platform you want, right? And I think that would be really, 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 really nice. But as of now, no. Difference between tier 1 and tier 2. So tier 1, it's only the AI chatbot. That is the AI agent that could do everything for you in Sheets. Tier 2 has side commands. Now, let me just stress this. If you do anything that's more than just edit the sheet, do a pivot table, all that stuff, if you want to do content generation, video generation, image generation, all these things, you need tier 2 or more, right? If all you do is just cleaning data, then tier 1 should be good enough. Yeah, let's see. Side commands, cell by cell operations, right? What are side commands? Cell by cell AI operation. Essentially, if you use hashtag sci in cells, you could generate content, analyze images, scrape data, whatever you want, like anything you want can be done through that. Let's see. And kind of like I said, why do I need tier 2 for bulk operations? Same thing with side commands. It's mostly because of side commands, which allow you to run 1,000 cells, 1,000 rows of content generation, like in minutes, right? So that's pretty nice. Okay, does it work in other languages? Yes, it works in all languages because once again, it's AI and AI speaks almost every single language in the world. Now, granted, our interface is in English, so that's something we're definitely gonna have to work on soon, but the app works in other languages. And yeah, it works with everything. Here I have, does it work with non-English Excel? Yes. And as for the EN EU toggle, we actually don't need that anymore. We've already figured out a way to make it automatically, so we really don't need, you really don't need to worry about that. Everything is automatic these days, and yeah, you're good to go. And credits purchasing. How do you buy more credits? So the main thing is you could go to your products page, click SheetXAI, and you will see available add-ons which you can purchase more and more of anytime. After that's done, I believe we will have credit packs also on our website once the app is done, where we can, allow you to buy credits to add to your credit packs, to add to your LTD account, if you decide to continue using credits. And I believe that's it. So the price per credit is $5K, $59 as shown, right? Does it work with Straico? Yes, it works with Straico. Straico is one of our biggest partners, an amazing group of people. So yeah, Straico is one of our best supported. So yes, if you have Straico, you could use it. Does it support specific? Yes, so does it support specific API providers? We have OpenRouter, OpenAI, Claude, Gemini, Straico, Grok. We don't have Grok anymore. We have File AI, we have Ideogram, we have Recraft. We have a lot more, but these are the ones I can already bring up to you. And can it integrate with WordPress and WooCommerce? Yes, it integrates with both. It allows you to import, export posts, do meta descriptions, and just all types of things that you want, right? Does it work with Apify, DataForSEO? Yes, we have Apify, we have DataForSEO, we have mail integrations, we have Exa. I mean, we really are integrating with a lot of things, and there's so much more to come. And I think that's it. Okay, so that's it. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching this. And yeah, if you haven't bought it yet, please buy it. Check us out, give us a shot, right? At least try it. If you have any issues, once again, I'm always active. So please reach out and I will try to get you sorted. Thank you so much and have a nice one.